Trouble on the T. A Green Line train crashes into a wall and 10 people are injured. The problem's now dragging into the evening commute.
Securing the Boston Marathon. The rules for fans watching the race. WBZ security analyst Ed Davis explains to why some of these steps have never been taken before.
An emergency inside a local police station. The dangerous disease forcing officers out of their building.
A March week of wild weather ahead, from 50 degrees back to snow. I'll have the timeline for a midweek wintry storm.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News at 6 starts right now.
Beginning with a developing story, a crash on the Green Line injures passengers and creates problems for commuters on two branches of the MBTA. 10 people were hurt when a trolley rammed right into a tunnel wall. I'm Jack Wood.
I'm Lisa Hughes. This is a crash that happened underground near the Fenway Station, just outside Kenmore Square. Paul Burton joins us live in Boston tonight. And Paul, this is definitely affecting the evening commute.
Lisa, it certainly has. In fact, the MBTA focus right now is to restore service, but that won't happen until at least tomorrow morning. Now, right now, I'm standing at the Fenway stop. This is the end of the line. Everything is outbound from here. Now, shuttle buses are replacing service in both directions. Passengers on board that derailed train, they say there was some very intense moments. Unfortunately, everyone made it out alive.
And then the back train kind of jackknifed it a little bit and smashed us into the wall.
Caleb DeVell says it all happened so quickly. An MBTA train derails, injuring 10 people on board.
And then the jackknife was actually the real big collision. And then there's obviously like a lot of smoke and whatnot from the debris of it scraping along the side of the wall.
MBTA officials say around 12:50 Monday afternoon, an outbound Green Line trolley passing between Kenmore and Fenway stations derailed, smashing into the tunnel wall.
The first car of the two-car train derailed. The circumstances are under investigation. We're looking at everything from the actions of the operator to the signal system, the switches, the tracks, and anything else that may have played a role in this accident.
A passenger who shot this video says he didn't hear any warnings, but the trolley started shaking before it hit the wall. Right now, it's still unclear how fast the trolley was going before it crashed.
Following the derailment, the front part of the vehicle did make contact with the tunnel wall, so once we do have the train re-railed and removed, we will bring in structural experts to make sure that the integrity of the tunnel is intact.
All non-life-threatening, neck, back, those types of injuries from the sudden stopping of the trolleys.
The crash caused major delays and shut down service between Kenmore and Fenway stations.
Completely focused now on restoring service here. As everyone knows, service has been suspended between Kenmore and Fenway Station and between Kenmore and Coolidge Corner. It'll stay that way for the rest of the night.
So as you can see, a major inconvenience for people trying to go home tonight. MBTA spokesperson Joe Passatore says their focus is to have service back up and running by tomorrow morning. Now, investigators are also speaking with the driver of that trolley. He was taken to the hospital, treated, and released. They said he will have to undergo drug and alcohol testing, which is standard procedure. Reporting live in Boston, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News. Lisa, back to you.
All right, Paul, thank you. And we found some video online that gives you a better look at where this accident happened. You can see here, as the train approaches the split between the C and D branches, there's a signal light telling the operator when it's safe to go. This train continues on to the D line and has to travel to the left to make that turn, and that is the spot where today's accident happened.
Well, let's get to the weather, which is going to be rather interesting this week. Warm tomorrow, then midweek we actually could see some snow. Barry Burbank tracking it all for us again. Barry?
Jack, I'll tell you one thing, the spring fever is spreading across much of the nation right now. It's been so cold for such a long period of time, especially the north central part of the United States. Look at this, 40s and 50s. We got a lot of 70s here. Let's go to New England and see what it's like. Not bad. Average temperatures today in the lower 40s right now. It's 38 in Boston, and it isn't going to drop very much tonight either. But what is going to drop, snowflakes coming from the sky across northern New England. Influx may produce 1 to 3 inches up there, maybe a coating of an inch in southern New Hampshire, a few rain showers in northern portions of Massachusetts. That's the way I see it for tonight. So not a big deal out of this one. Lows around 35 degrees. But that next storm's on its way, and we got to deal with it on Wednesday. But right now it looks like mainly wet conditions here, mainly white up north. Most snow well northwest of Boston. The ski area, Bonanza, 6 to 12 inches at least. Some mountains may get well over a foot. My AccuWeather forecast just ahead.
All right, Barry, thank you. Well, if you're planning to stake out a spot on the marathon route this year to cheer for the runners, better be aware the rules are going to be changing for spectators as well. The state's asking you to leave blankets and backpacks at home. You'll also notice security checkpoints and more barricades along the race route. And you could face random inspections. Our team coverage begins tonight with Christina Hager on Heartbreak Hill.
For many of us, it's a haunting memory. For runner Ryan McCaffrey, it's motivation.
I want to show those guys, like, you know, we're going to come back, we're going to have our race, we're going to have a great day, and they're not going to take it away from us.
This gives him confidence. A lineup of uniforms from the 8 communities along the marathon route, federal reinforcements, and more. But they admit, events like this are tough.
They're not like Fenway Park or Gillette Stadium where you have controlled points of access and egress.
That's why twice as many officers plan to hit the route this year, more than 3,500. Among items spectators are discouraged from bringing: backpacks, coolers, glass containers, blankets, and costumes. In the coming weeks, officers plan to knock on doors along 26-plus miles, asking businesses to lend security cameras, and residents with property along the route.
We're asking them to follow the same guidelines. So instead of having the cooler out on the lawn, they can have the cooler in the house. Leave the backpacks inside.
It adds more to this runner's mind, besides dodging puddles and snowbanks.
I think it does kind of take away from the just total joy that we used to have.
Members of different law enforcement agencies have traveled the globe looking for ways to beef up security. One thing they're telling spectators to do: carry personal items in clear plastic bags. They're also warning you could be subject to random searches. In Newton, Christina Hager, WBZ News.
And once again tonight, we're joined by our security analyst, former Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis.
And Ed, want to ask you right off the bat here, obviously there's going to be a different feel this year, far more police on this course. What's it going to feel like if you're in that crowd?
Well, you're definitely going to notice the new numbers of officers. They've doubled in number, basically. So there'll be a lot more police. There'll be layers of security, their checkpoints. The key to it, though, is making sure that the officers use common sense when they're talking to people and engage them in the right way. And so customer service really has to be at the top of the agenda here.
Let's talk a little bit about what you've learned from other marathons around the country. I know officials have been studying them. Everybody, I guess, is gearing up for more security.
Sure. Well, they've got the bandits off the course this year. It's going to take more officers to do that. But this concept of layered security is really critical. It comes from the military. It's the way they secure military encampments. It's been translated to big sporting events, and now it's being used at the marathon, and it makes a lot of sense.
I want to ask you, dovetailing off something one of the runners said in Christina Hager's piece, you know, it felt to some degree like the attacks last year took some of the joy away, and runners and spectators this year want to bring it back. What role in the next 6 weeks can the runners play?
Well, they can play an enormous role. First of all, they're a force multiplier for the police, keeping their eyes open, paying attention to things, and reporting anything that they see. Very, very smartly, the state has asked them to be involved in this, and that's really a great move. But you know, it's going to be difficult to keep people's spirits down. There'll be more security here, but this is going to be a special event for the city of Boston. Boston Strong is really going to raise its head here.
Can't wait.
Me too.
Ed, thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
And we want to have you with us on that day. WBZ will have covered as we get closer to Marathon Monday. Ed will be with us. We hope you'll join us on race day, April 21st, for our live coverage of the Boston Marathon. WBZ, proud to be your marathon station. There's one piece of evidence in the case against the marathon bombing suspect that may be gone forever. A lawyer for one of Johar Tsarnaev's friends revealed today Tsarnaev destroyed his cell phone before he was arrested. Authorities say surveillance video shows Tsarnaev using his cell phone just before the first explosion, though it is not clear whether it was the same phone he supposedly destroyed.
Now, new at 6 o'clock, police in Dartmouth are facing their own emergency. They've been forced to move out of their police station because of an outbreak of disease. And as Bill Shields tells us, their headquarters isn't the only building infected.
A few years back, they renovated the Dartmouth police station, and the cops were all smiles. They were no longer bumping into one another. But about 5 weeks ago, they discovered they had a problem with the water. traces of the bacteria that causes Legionnaire's disease was found in their water. And one police officer had to be hospitalized.
No, he's back to work. I dare to say that nobody's going to be affected by this beyond that officer, and hopefully that'll be the case.
Next door to the police station, the Community Access TV building is having its water checked. And now the police force is operating out of a donated mobile command post and a garage.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get back inside, to be honest with you. It is tight quarters. The dispatchers, I give them all the credit in the world. They're working out of a mobile command unit right now, which isn't exactly the best of conditions, but they're definitely providing the best service possible with what they have.
The bacteria lives in water, but the water system here has been flushed out. So all it takes is a few more tests, and maybe in a few more weeks, the police will be out of their mobile home, if you will, and back into the building. In Dartmouth, I'm Bill Shields, WBZ News.
Coming up here on WBZ News, is it a danger right in our backyard? Neighbors step up their fight to shut down the Pilgrim nuclear power plant.
With help from Bill Bulger, the new host of Southeast St. Patrick's Day Breakfast is raring to go. The image boost she could bring to the entire city.
Harvard hoops with something to brag about. How the Crimson Stars feel about being the first team in the whole country to clinch a spot in the NCAA basketball tournament.
And take a look at the 24-hour temperature change to the west of us. Temperatures tend to as much as 20 degrees above where they were 24 hours before that. That means a warm-up is headed our way. How warm will it get tomorrow, and what's going to happen with the Wednesday storm? My AccuWeather forecast just ahead.
Cambridge Eye Doctors is now VisionWorks. Get 2 complete pairs for $99, or 2 pairs of no-line bifocals for $179. Find more than a pair of glasses. Find a better you. VisionWorks.
He loves skiing and skateboarding, so Young Tom Sims combined them, creating a whole new way down a mountain. Uncompromising creativity. It's also how Mazda made a crossover that combines nimble handling with outstanding fuel efficiency. This is the Mazda CX-5. What do you drive? Now, get the 2014 Mazda CX-5 with Skyactiv technology for 0.9% APR for 60 months.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold a room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No?
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LGU.com.
La Quinta. La Quinta.
Nova Scotia. Discover what it's like to truly let yourself go. To travel on a whim across thousands of miles of unspoiled seacoast, lined with beaches waiting to be explored. Dive into some of the warmest ocean waters north of the Carolinas. Encounter friendly seaside towns full of life, but free from all the crowds. Spend afternoons savoring vineyards so beautiful they make other wine regions blush. Chart a course through sparkling waters and meet an ocean full of friends waiting to say hello. Then come alive with the night and find a rhythm that's happy to play as late as you are. Discover a vacation experience where the only thing you'll want more of is time. Freedom is a place, and it's here, Nova Scotia. Take yourself there.
I'm Teddy Bruschi. Tackling a professional football player is not easy, but tackling the high cost of healthcare, now that's easy. Just go where I go, Shields MRI. The Shields family gives you a quality MRI at a sensible price. In fact, they could save you up to $1,000 or more. So get out there and take on those high medical costs. It's easier than taking on a really big fullback. Trust me. Why overpay for an MRI? Choose to go where I go. Shields MRI.
Cambridge Eye Doctors is now VisionWorks. We accept hundreds of vision plans, including Davis Vision. And at VisionWorks, get 50% off your second pair when you use your insurance. Find more than a pair of glasses. Find a better you.
This weekend, Boston celebrates St. Patrick's Day.
Well, that means the St. Patrick's Day breakfast, which for years has been hosted by Irish-American state senators from South Boston. John Keller joins us now. John, this year's breakfast has something new.
It certainly does, Jack and Lisa, in the form of newly elected State Senator Linda Dorsina Forey, the first woman, the first person of color, and the first Dorchester resident to ever preside over the breakfast. Well, today, Senator Forey told us she intends to have fun and, in the process, let the world know how much Boston has changed.
If you're Irish, come into the parlor. There's a welcome there for you. And if you're
Yes, this year's breakfast will look a little different, even though the hostess will once again be someone Irish eyes have smiled upon.
My husband's Irish-American. I have 4 children with him, and they're half Irish and half black, and so that's something we do is celebrate Irish culture.
The first rule is to say nothing bad about the Irish.
As a veteran breakfast attendee, Dorsina Forey knows the rules and has sought counsel from past hosts, including former Senate President William Bulger, who she plans to channel if speakers run too long.
Wow, you know, you're really killing them. I mean, you're doing great. Literally, you're killing them.
Senator, this would be your president call. It's been a while since a president of the United States has checked in.
Yes,
What are the chances of that happening Sunday?
we are working hard on that.
But the senator knows the biggest impact this year may simply be the sight of her in charge.
And I think a lot of times people may view us outside of Boston, but from other parts of the country, that we're still the Boston of the 1970s. We're still the Boston of busing. And I want people to know that we're not. We'll sing you a song, we make a fuss. Whoever you are, you're one of us. If you're Irish, this is the place for you.
Now, the senator says her South Boston constituents have embraced her warmly since she won the seat last year, but it won't be all shamrocks and smiles next Sunday. She will continue her practice of skipping the parade that follows the breakfast in protest of its ban on openly gay marchers. John Keller, at large, WBZ News.
Good evening, everybody. We still have daylight out there. How sweet is that with the sunset this evening at 6:45? We have our 7 p.m. sunset at March 23rd, and by May 16th, we'll have our first 8 p.m. sunset, something to look forward to as we get deeper and deeper into the spring season. Out at the Seaport Hotel, we have sort of like a little bit of a spring-like sea breeze. There's a wind coming in out of the southeast, coming right in from the harbor there. It's 36 degrees there with varying amounts of cloudiness out right now. And overnight tonight, we have temperatures going down into the upper 20s northwest, but 30s around here. Not going to get all that cold with a bit of snow going across northern New England from the next disturbance. These are the current temperatures, but look out to the west and southwest of us and see how warm it is right now. Cleveland, Indianapolis, Cincinnati 63, Roanoke 70. Some of this is coming our way tomorrow. We should be well into the 50s again tomorrow, so that's good news. For the morning commute, it'll be about 36, partly cloudy, sun rising at 7:03. Midday and through the afternoon hours, low to middle 50s at least, perhaps even higher than that. A mixture of a lot of sunshine and some patchy clouds around. And not too much windy out of the west-northwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Highs tomorrow are far northern and western New England in the 40s, but easily into the middle 50s here. Possibly some upper 50s in some locations, Boston south, a little bit cooler on the outer part of Cape Cod. For tomorrow, again, patchy clouds, but there'll be enough sunshine to help us send those temperatures well into the 50s. By Wednesday morning, snow will be scooting across northern New England. There won't be much precipitation, it appears right now, just maybe a few showers in southern sections until late afternoon. Then we get the rain, and indeed it will be raining, coming down hard Wednesday evening. Meantime, as it does so, the cold air is going to start seeping southward, and we'll have a mix with and changing over to snow, and that will collapse back in here. Note the timestamp, Thursday morning, occasional snow showers, periods of snow, right into the early part of Thursday afternoon. That's when we'll get most of our accumulation. Winter storm warning is up for Vermont, and winter storm watches for the rest of northern New England, but nothing for down here. So mainly rain. It's snow at the second half of the storm, but by then there won't be a lot of heavy precipitation left over. So coating to an inch down here, Mass Pike south, 1 to 3 inches farther northwest of Boston, 3 to 6 from northwestern Worcester County up in the southern New Hampshire away from the seacoast, and then 6 to 12 across northern New England with potential of 12 to 18 in some of the northern ski resorts. So my 7-day AccuWeather forecast showing that 54 to 56 for highs tomorrow, and then coming up on Wednesday, it's in the 40s with rain in the afternoon. Heaviest rain Wednesday evening, switches over to snow late Wednesday night, and it's snowing here Thursday morning with falling temperatures from the lower 30s first thing in the morning into the 20s the rest of the day. bright and blustery on Friday, and looks like another warm-up on Saturday, but after that we could have some more snow next Monday, so it's up and down for the next couple of weeks. I'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock.
Thank you, Barry. I think the Red Sox must just be thinking, okay, how long can we stay in Florida? Because we don't want to come back.
Well, they're ready to get down to business.
They are, and the clock is ticking, so time will tell how good they are going to be. Believe it or not, the Red Sox open up the regular season 3 weeks from today in Baltimore against the Orioles. Until then, they continue to get ready for the season opener down in the Sunshine State, as Lisa said. Today, they were hosting the Rays at JetBlue Park. Shane Victorino got his first start of the spring, and on the first pitch he sees, he gets hit in the elbow. Come on, really? We saw him get hit a lot from the right side of the plate last season. Meanwhile, John Lester got the start, and he looked terrific. Hurling 3 shutout innings, allowing just 1 hit and a walk while striking out 4. He's on line to start the opener in Baltimore. Also, David Ortiz, he belted his first home of the spring, and it was a blast. The solo shot to right, giving the Sox a 2-0 lead. Mike Napoli also added a solo shot. Sox going to win it 6-2. To football, and tomorrow is a big day. Free agency officially begins at 4 o'clock. What will the Patriots do? Will they make a splash and sign some big names, or lay low and let the other team steal the show? We'll find out soon enough. According to multiple reports, the Pats will re-sign one of their own, tight end Michael Umanalonui, to a 2-year deal. The 25-year-old has spent the last 2 seasons with the team, used mostly as a blocker. Switching gears, on Friday night, the Harvard men's basketball team became the first team to reach the NCAA tournament after topping Yale 70-58 to win their 3rd straight Ivy League championship. Crimson finished the year 26-4, and they can't wait for the big dance to begin.
It's a great feeling, every year, just making the tournament, going through the whole season with the guys, with coaching staff, managers, everyone. It's a grind, and to have the success that we've had is really rewarding.
Do you think this team has a little bit more swagger now, knowing that the confidence is a little higher now?
Steve, we talk about that with confidence. We talk about swagger, and we have a saying that we use around here that you can't have swagger without sweat. We got to work.
How far can this team go?
I guess we'll see.
I guess we will. Yes, you will. You'll see right here. Remember to tune right here to WBZ this Sunday night at 6 for the NCAA selection show to find out where Harvard will be playing, as well as the rest of the field. As for the Celtics, Rajon Rondo put on an assist clinic last night at the Garden, dishing out a season-high 18, helping the C's to their 2nd straight win, 118-111 over the Pistons. Rondo also passed the Grayson for 5th on the team's all-time assist list.
Yeah, anytime you play, you pass up arguably the best Celtic player of all time, your name is mentioned in the same breath, the same is definitely an honor and a compliment. So, he wasn't a point guard, but he played here, I don't know how long, and to get on the same list and to pass him up is definitely an honor.
And in hockey, a solid debut for new Bruins defenseman Andre Mazeros. Last night in Florida, the Blue Liners scored his first goal as a Bruin on the power play in the 2nd, and also registered a team-high 6 shots on goal. And finished 2nd on the team in minutes played as the Bees top Panthers 5-2 for their 5th straight win. Getting back to Harvard basketball for just a second. Tommy Amaker, the head coach of his, a phenomenal job. Just a phenomenal job.
Well, go get it.
Yeah, we like watching them.
That's fun. CBS Evening News coming up in a moment at 6:30.
And Scott Pelley joins us live now from New York with a preview. Scott?
Lisa, Jack, great to be with you in Boston. We're going to lead the broadcast with this deepening mystery about the Malaysia Airlines flight that's gone missing. We're going to talk to Sully Sullenberger, who you will recall landed his plane on the Hudson River after a bird strike took out both of his engines. We're going to talk to Sully about the things that might have gone wrong with this missing 777. We'll have that and the rest of the world news for you on the CBS Evening News in a little under 10 minutes.
Thank you, Scott. Still to come, let the games begin. The Saints first slots parlor, one step closer to reality.
Night, the chip will always exceed your human abilities. You can never let it exceed your humanity. This agent's next case
Good a situation, gentlemen.
is stopping what's in this case. The right compound, and you could devastate a city. That van crossed the Golden Gate Bridge this morning. Her daughter lives in San Francisco. Avoid paradise is a city.
The best way to protect my daughter is to make sure that this attack never happens.
Come on, people, think. Just find him.
Joshua Louis stars. New Intelligence, CBS tonight. Catch up online or on demand.
Workout World's running its $4 down sale for 8 days only. Join Workout World for just $4 down and only $10
bucks a month with no commitment. Right, Steve? Oh, but hurry, sale ends March 11th at midnight. Only at Workout World.
Excuse me, do your dentures come with a guarantee?
Guarantee?
No. Okay, hold it. Let's try something new.
Mr. Stevens, your dentures are completely guaranteed.
Really?
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 Wow. Aspen Dental is doing whatever it takes to give America a healthy mouth, like guaranteeing your dentures or your money back. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL, because your mouth is our mission.
When you have a problem like cancer, you want to know, what does that mean for me?
At the Dana-Farber Brigham and Women's Cancer Center, we want to make sure that we give you state-of-the-art treatment that's very specific for your cancer.
We look at your cancer and we think, maybe we can train your immune system to go after the cancer. We understand the genes that make cancers go.
The radiation dose that you receive is your dose, sculpted to the shape of your cancer.
Right now you have cancer, but what your cancer doesn't know, so you have us.
Dana-Farber Brigham and Women's Cancer Center. Let's take the first step together.
Today we're showing real people Xfinity Internet.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about your internet. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Start with slow. I bet we can have all three of these guys on their devices and download our favorite HD show.
You'll be impressed. Xfinity delivers the fastest digital Wi-Fi. Look how fast it is.
So, flipping fast.
How does this compare to your current provider?
Not as good as this.
We're done.
Get the speed to power all your devices. Upgrade to Xfinity Internet for $29.99 a month for a whole year. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Get ready. Wherever spring finds you, a Subaru with symmetrical all-wheel drive can help you enjoy it. Get ready for spring and a brand new Subaru Forester, Motor Trend's 2014 Sport Utility of the Year. Drive home a brand new Subaru Forester, a top safety pick plus, for only $21,995. Plus, get 1.9% financing for up to 48 months. Get a great deal and go love spring.
Workout World's running its $4 down sale for 8 days only. Join Workout World for just $4 down and only $10 a month with no commitment. Right, Steve? Oh, but hurry, sale ends March 11th at midnight. Only at Workout World. People from across Cape Cod are pushing Governor Deval Patrick to shut down the Pilgrim Nuclear Power Plant. Residents from every Cape Cod community staged a protest at the State House today. They say the aging nuclear plant is downright dangerous. They want the federal government to shut it down. Activists say Pilgrim has the same design as the Fukushima in Japan, which of course leaked radiation 3 years ago after that earthquake and tsunami.
Logan Airport now has a direct flight to one of the Middle East's most popular tourist spots. Emirates Airlines is now offering a non-stop flight from Logan to Dubai. Dubai is in the United Arab Emirates. It is known as a shopping and dining destination with good weather all year round.
Hey, the developers of the state's first slot parlor say they're ready to roll this Friday. Penn National Gaming will break ground on the Plain Ridge Park Casino. Penn National won the only slots parlor license 2 weeks ago. The casino will feature more than 1,200 one-armed bandits. They're slot machines.
Right. And we're going to be back right after this break.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Harlem Globetrotters. Playing at TD Garden on Saturday, March 29th and Sunday, March 30th. Purchase tickets at the box office or online at Ticketmaster.com.
American-owned, family-operated. Since 1829. No bull. Just lager. From America's oldest brewery, Yingling.
We bought our MDX because we needed something big enough for all our adventures, yet stylish and sophisticated enough for our urban lifestyle. The MDX delivered on both. Not to mention great cargo space, third-row seat, and a touchscreen with text messaging. The MDX was perfect.
During the Black Tag sales event, upgrade to the all-new MDX with low lease payments or special 0.9% APR financing with a portion of the proceeds helping to support Boston Children's Hospital. Learn more online at neaccudealers.com.
You'll notice the Goya difference even before you taste it. Bring the delicious flavors of onion, garlic, and Latin spices to your meal in just 2 easy steps with Goya Yellow Rice. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Romance blossoms at the Boston Flower and Garden Show, March 12th through the 16th at the Seaport World Trade Center. Stroll among alluring landscapes and unique floral displays. Learn the latest trends, meet master gardeners, and more. Buy tickets at bostonflowershow.com.
Startups aren't for everyone.
you do have to be willing to just go out on a major limb. This isn't something that we're messing around with. This is a real company. So it's important that we offer benefits. One of the reasons that we decided to pick Blue Cross Blue Shield was because it has this legitimacy. We have Blue Cross Shield. You know, I could say it kind of with swagger.
March into winning at Foxwoods Resort Casino on March 23rd. We're giving away a Jeep Sahara with a Sea-Doo jet ski and trailer. And 4 lucky winners each receive $1,000 bonus slot play. All guaranteed. Catch winning entertainment with stars like Jay Moore, Don Omar, and Miley Cyrus at our St. Patrick's Day food and drink specials. You won't want to miss Wine and Design with Drunken Palette Friday, March 14th, 21st, and 28th at our new lounge, The Fox. Meet up with friends and enjoy a cocktail and live DJ every Saturday night at Foxwoods Resort Casino.
It's the Toyota #1 for everyone national sales event. Toyota is #1 in what matters most to everyone, value. Now we're making you #1 with nationwide savings. Get a #1 Prius C lease for a lowest ever $97 a month with no cost maintenance included. Or current Toyota owners can get 0 through 60 plus $12.50 bonus cash on a Prius liftback. #1 for everyone ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
In a crowd of light beers, how long does it take to find the Yingling Light Lager? About that long. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager. Rethink your light beer.
Hey, ready to work hard. We got to get a good show on for the 11 o'clock.
And you're going to be here.
Yes, I'll look forward to it.
And we'll see you then. Thanks for being with us.